Thank you. Nuno, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thanks very much for your time.
It's my pleasure.
Nominated for Manager of the Month today. Does that type of thing, that recognition, matter to you at all?
I think it's a reflex of the effort of the players, the way they've been playing, the way they've been working. It's an honor, of course. At the same time, gives us more responsibilities because of the standards. So we want to keep on repeating them and improving them over and over again through the season.
And the run that you're on at the moment is obviously a good one. You've got some potentially, the fans might say, winnable games coming up. Do you target a certain number of points from the next fixtures?
No, we just look at the next game, and the next game is tomorrow against a very difficult Crystal Palace. We know how difficult it's going to be, so we must be ready for it.
And lots of whispers and obviously chat because of the form you're in about European qualification. I kind of know what you're going to say probably, but is that something that you've got your eye on?
No, we only look at the next game. The next game. We finished today the training session and we focus totally on the game for tomorrow.
And there's this record obviously about the number of games unchanged. It was 7 last week, it could be 8 this week. There was a substitute that scored last week. Are you happy in terms of the players that aren't in the starting 11? Are they doing enough to push that starting 11 to get into that side?
We are happy. We are truly happy with the squad, the way all the players have been working. This is what is the most important. The strength is the squad. Allow us always to choose a strong 11.
And I saw an interview with, I think it was João and Rui Patricio yesterday. They made quite a big thing about the psychological work that you do with the team. Is there anything that you can tell us about that in terms of keeping the players mentally well and their mental strength?
It's part of the process of the training session, the preparation for the games. We look at all the aspects, all the details that can improve our players.
And how important is that aspect? Because, you know, in times gone by, that sort of thing was probably overlooked at certain football clubs. How important an emphasis do you place on the mental side of the game?
Totally, 100% emphasis, as the same as we do at the tactical aspects, the technical aspects, the fitness aspects. All the aspects are important. We consider that is like putting the Wolves player in the middle and trying to approach and give him everything, all the tools that we can, so we can perform well.
Do you think there's more pressure on players now than say 10 years ago?
I don't know. I cannot answer that.
There was obviously a lot of international call-ups. You must be really delighted. Jonny's been called up to the Spanish squad ahead of Jordi Alba. That's a great boost for him.
For the club, it's an honor, and I think represents the quality and the way the players work. These call-ups to national teams for us is a big honor as a club.
And Helder as well got his first call-up to the Portugal squad. And there's going to be more players going away from this international break. I know managers love to have their players on the training ground, but on this occasion, are you actually quite pleased that they're going away because it's recognition of everything that's been done here?
Yes, it's what I said before. It was scheduled. It's prepared. We anticipate all the situations. We are delighted that the players go. At the same time, we're gonna stay here and work very hard with the players that are gonna stay. Everything is inside of the preparation of the team.
And Conor Cody's performed wonderfully well so far this season, and I know many of the supporters were looking at that England squad yesterday, seeing if he was going to be in it. He didn't make it. Do you think he's at that level? Is he an international player, do you think?
This time was some players, some of the names that you mentioned before, they go to national team. Those that were not in the national team squads must work harder, improve, get better, so they become an options for their own national coaches. The responsibility of the decision is the team, the national team coaches.
Looking ahead to this weekend then, I know the former Crystal Palace manager Frank de Boer described Wilfried Zaha as like Messi. Is that a comparison that you would make?
I look at all the squad of Crystal Palace. I know, and we pass already the information to the players. We're gonna find a very good team, full of quality, good manager, good players, a tough environment. in Selhurst Park. So everything, we must be ready for it, knowing that's going to be tough, but at the same time, we go prepare and motivated to compete in the maximum of our strengths.
And I know Zaha in over the last few weeks has perhaps complained of it, some rough treatment, some tough tackling. Are you passing it on to your players to perhaps be warned about how the referee might react to tackles on him or anything like that?
No, we don't. We don't interfere at all with the work and the job of the referee. All the infos that we pass, that is not.
And I mean, it's very rare that actually Palace win a game without Wilf. You must be aware of that, and obviously the importance that he plays in that sort.
All the players of Crystal Palace has quality. Zaha, Ayew, Townsend, Koyate, Sako, Hennessy. All the players are important. We cannot look at the team just looking at an individual. It will be a big mistake. We will not make that mistake. We know the strengths. At the same time, we know the weaknesses.
And I'm interested to get your thoughts on Roy Hodgson as well, your opposite number, vastly experienced in the game. Is he someone that you perhaps look up to and would like to, have that sort of longevity, that sort of career in the game?
I think Roy Hodgson is a fantastic manager, a gentleman in the sport, and I look forward to meet him tomorrow.
And is everybody fit and healthy?
Yeah, everything okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Hi Nuno.
Hello.
All from me. You've mentioned about how important the support has been both at Molineux and away from home this season. Selhurst Park, always a fantastic atmosphere. How big a part do they have to play?
Huge, I will say. And we know that our fans are going to be there tomorrow to support us. Together we are stronger. Every time we go away and we feel these presences, makes us feel like we are in Molineux, and this gives a big punch to the players. Fantastic, and thank you.
Just before the last international break, you were also in London. You went down to West Ham and you won in the last minute. How much of a lift did that give everyone and kind of start your season, if you like, and going into the break when you go away and you say goodbye to the players and you're just with the mood and everything amongst the squad? I'm
not worried about after, I'm worried about before the game. So we don't speak about what's going to be after the international break. We know that we have a task tomorrow and we focus on that. After, we'll see.
What do you think are Crystal Palace's strengths? Do they also like to, with their fullbacks, getting forward in a similar way to how you like to?
They are a very good team. Organized, a team clearly with quality up front, but a strong midfield. It's a good team. 4-3-3. We know what we're going to find. We already prepared the game, so we look forward for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cameras off, please.